Hello and welcome to Dirty 20 Gaming. I see a lot of new faces here. Yay. Okay.
Meow.
So, with that being said, our tabletop of choice tonight is Roll20. Some of the character art you're seeing was done in Hero Forge. Raffle, however, is just his happy little self for the moment. Hello, Ace. Yes. Okay. So, then Sound was the one who provided any sounds that you may be hearing. And if you are interested in either being a player or a dungeon master, you can join us on our Discord for Dirty 20 Gaming.
Oh, beat me.
Yeah. We're fighting over who gets to put Discord up there. Yes.
Fastest fingers in the West.
Okay. Well, I think I got mine out and then you got yours out and it picked it up either way. So we're going to go ahead and get started by introducing our group here. First of all, my name is Solar Dasher. I don't really stream too much anymore, but I do have this lovely game I love to call Dungeons and Dragons that I am going to be the dungeon master for. And I've decided to bring along a new friend. And I'm actually going to go ahead and let these guys introduce each other first. We'll go ahead and go in order the way they have it here. We'll start with Keldolin, who's right above me.
Hello, I am Aaron, playing our lovely druid Keldolin. You can find me over on Twitter, primarily over at Primus_Cass. I do have a one shot that I participated in on many stories, many games, many stories. They just released the intro to it for the one shot that I played in a lovely little system called Hello World. If you want to check it out, that'd be awesome. If not, that's cool too.
All right, and now Lilvari.
Hello, I'm Blaze of Gloriosa, also known as Lilvari for this particular campaign. I will be playing your lovely tiefling troublemaker and sorceress. I had to think about my class for a second, but when I'm not here, which is a lot, I can be found on Twitter at Blaze of Gloriosa, and I can also be found streaming sometimes, usually on Fridays, when I'm not here, on Blaze of Gloriosa on Twitch. And I think that's most of what I do, other than haunting the Discord and picking fights with the guy next to me. That guy.
It's yeah.
It's neither here nor there. But yeah. And our final returning player from our previous campaign, Linus, go ahead.
How you doing? I am Bison. You can find me most often here. On Saturdays, I play Sid Brimlock on Dead to Rights. Tonight, I am playing our formerly halfling fighter. And in a couple of weeks, on Tuesday nights, I will be running a Cyberpunk Red campaign. I'm very excited for that.
Ooh.
And so yeah, that's me. Occasionally, I will play video games on my Twitch. I threw it up in chat. I don't do it very often because I'm lazy and I like sleep.
Valid.
Understandable. And now we're going to go ahead and introduce our newest player. Larry, go ahead and introduce yourself, please.
Thank you very much, Solar. And it's really nice to meet everybody. Keldolin, Lilvari, Linus. I know Solar for a while now, but it's nice to be here. You can call me D Larry. I usually go by D20 Thoughts. I've posted my link tree in the chat for anywhere I'm online, pretty much. But if you Google me by that name, you'll find me. I'm just here to have a good time. Just a little tabaxi lost in the realms. I'm excited.
All right. So with that being said, I do want to go ahead and welcome our newer members that have come over from Larry's stream team on over into here. So thank you very much for coming on over, guys. Ace Queen, I can see you a lot here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and begin. Now, I know you guys can see that it says Sudden Heroes starting over. And that is because a lot of these characters, as Linus has pointed out, are from a different campaign that I was running earlier called The Lost Mines of Phandelver. And that's pretty much where we're getting ready to pick it up. So when last we left the group of players, they were in a cavern inside of a bunch of little mountains inside of a cavern with a tent in front of it. They had just fallen asleep. It was quiet, it was peaceful. There didn't need to be a guard because the tent was in the way. Nobody was going to know they were there anyway. So it's morning. Keldalin, Lavari, and Linus, you guys are slowly waking up, noticing that there's some sunlight filtering in from the entrance, which to you, Linus, is definitely going to seem unusual because you know you left the tent up and it shouldn't be coming in that way.
That was part of the joke.
So now let us go ahead and begin with you guys waking up in a cave that looks similar to where you slept in, but is different all the same.
Yeah, when Linus notices the sunlight, it's kind of a, he's just sort of, what the shite? Wait a minute, guys, the tent's gone, guys.
First of all, before we do anything else, I need to know who is closest to Lilvari.
Probably Linus.
Yeah, Keldalin's probably farthest at the back.
Linus is getting the crap snuggled out of him right now. Like, she is a hugger, and he is getting, like, the full, like, drooling on the shoulder treatment. So when he's, like, trying to wake them up, when he's trying to, like, rouse them, she's just like, oh my god, 5 more minutes, dude, shut up.
Lil, I appreciate all of this.
Linus' body pillow.
Yeah.
And she's like twice his height, so she's he is the little spoon.
He is the little spoon. Girl looks weird. Yeah. Lil, I appreciate all of this, but our tent's missing. And our shrub's missing. Shit, where's the shrub? And he just starts to muscle his way out. Trying to look for Wild Locust. Almost forgot her name. I feel so bad.
Oh, no.
As this is all happening, you just see Keldalin shifting in his sleep as we pause for a moment to go inside Keldalin's magical mind.
Magical mystery.
As Keldalin begins falling through an abyss, images flash before his eyes, the final moments outside the well, his lifeblood flowing from his veins, his very essence and life almost leaving this plane as a whir of motions as we flash back to the hobgoblin encounter, the returning of the necklace to the family in Phandelver, this birthday party and all of the shenanigans, the various events in the small town of Thunder Tree, his dream the night he shifted into shadow for the first time. And then we just hear these crackling sounds as all these connections begin to snap. He loses his connection to Shadow, to the Wild Mother, to his spells and abilities that he had back in the plane of Phandelver. and the final snap is his connection to the Wild Mother, and he just lets out this "Ah!" as he just sees himself falling and falling, and then a deep voice echoes just within this mindscape. I see you, child. I see your pain. I see your rage. I mark you as worthy to walk the path. You must choose to accept it. What say you, mortal? And then just Keldwin's like, he's half sleep talking, half awake at this point. And he says, I choose to live, to fight, to rage, and to overcome my pain. And the voice, you just feel the sensation of a smile as it says, awaken, son of storms, and begin your journey. And then Keldwin snaps up, hands on his head, screaming in pain. His hair has gone bleach white. His clothes have changed into a much more misty style of look as he is this and then he's looking around trying to find Wild Locust. He sees Livari making a body pillow out of Linus, chooses to ignore that whole situation, goes back trying to find Wild Locust, his eyes bright and filled with panic as the memories of what had happened still float upon the front of his mind. And he just looks at everyone. Did everyone else feel that?
So did he like shout out loud, or is he just sort of waking up in the cold sweat?
No,
like...
that last bit when he sat up and he screamed and he's holding his head, that was when he woke up. So he had that bright scream, holding his head, and he starts looking around, and that's all cognizant for you guys to see.
Lil's awake. She heard somebody scream out in pain, and she doesn't quite untangle herself from Linus. Like, there's still like probably limbs crossing or something. But she's just like sits bolt upright and it's just like, wait, who's hurt? Who's hurt? None of you are hurt? I feel hurt.
So who is actively looking around right now, actually?
Keldwin is. I don't know.
So is Linus. To respond to Lilvari's question, Linus stops and he's like, I feel small.
Well, you're not. I mean, if that's what you're worried about, like, just because you're small doesn't mean you're like.
No, something's wrong, lass. Something's wrong.
Oh.
And he goes to he kind of doesn't really ignore Lilvari, but he's like, where's his fucking hammer? He grabs it.
Can I have you roll me a d20, please?
Flat.
Just a flat d20. Mm-hmm.
Blue?
No, you still haven't found anything yet. I mean, you feel a couple leaves on the cave floor because it's a cave floor, but nothing. You haven't found anything yet. Go ahead and continue.
Has anyone seen Locust? Where's Locust?
Linus starts to look like he's got his warhammer, and he doesn't openly see anything in the cave, so he thinks, okay, maybe Wild Locust is outside. She does like the outside more.
He found his hammer though?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he walks out. He's still just in his tunic and pants.
Give me a d20,
Okay.
Linus.
a d20. Also a 3.
Oh.
We are getting all of this shite right out of the way.
Y'all sure you're
Goody,
not
goody.
rolling D3s here?
I'm checking.
Are you
It says a
sure?
d20.
It
Well, you
says
found
it's-
your hammer, but you haven't
I'm
found anything
so
else
glad
yet.
you found your hammer at least.
Yeah, there's
All right, how
He's
about you,
also-
Lamari? Let's have you roll a d20 and see what happens.
If this is another 3, I'm rolling physical dice for the rest of this session.
That should be a 4.
18.
18. There you go.
That's a little more
Well-
like it.
Lamari, you were jostled awake by Linus, of course, and eventually found yourself awake after yelling Keldalin as well, I think.
Yeah.
You decided to start trying to figure out what's going on and where you were at. As you're feeling around, because it's still kind of dark in there, you're feeling leaves, and all of a sudden you feel fur. Now you know that there was wolf fur that could be there, but that doesn't feel like a wolf to you. No. I'm sure Lavari has come across tabaxi before in her travels. So this kind of feels like a tabaxi.
Okay, so this is my own out of character newbiness. I don't know exactly what a tabaxi is.
cat person.
So
Cat
It's
person.
a cat person, pretty much.
I found a cat boy.
And of course, Raffle, this is where you start feeling some hands touching your fur. You can decide where. And that kind of jolts you up, and you're in a cave you've never seen before either, but you know you fell asleep in one somewhere that you felt was safe, so you didn't have any guard, you didn't have your guard up or anything like that. But you do find yourself now in a different cave, and hands are touching you that you did not know before.
Yeah. And it's not, she didn't actually yell out, I found a cat boy, but like, she's like, kind of like feeling up the fur wherever Raffle decides she's doing so. And she's just like, did one of you bring a cat?
Hello? I'm just.
A talking
Sorry.
cat? Oh.
I imagine that you're just probably just touch the top of my head as I look up and go, huh? This isn't Absalom. Where am I? How much did I drink yesterday? My voice is different. What's this? And I just start touching my face. I go, what? Huh?
So we have sunshine coming in. Like, we're not in the dark, right?
No, you can
just woke
definitely
up.
see. You can definitely see some green fur, though.
Are you, are you our shrub? Are you by chance? You're probably
No.
not an elf.
No, my name is Raffle Doffer Thustidius Magic the Third, Professor of Magic of Absalom. And why the hell? Why by the gun? What? Where am I? Who are you people? What happened to my clothes? What happened? Where am I?
I didn't, It's
Your
nice to
guess
meet you,
is as
Professor.
good as mine, sir.
I'm just dressed in tattered purple merchant clothing. I have one bag attached to me and a simple belt, and I'm just like, where is everything? Where is my book? Where is my magical? Where is everything? Who
Whoa,
are you
whoa.
people?
Whoa, hey.
Okay, so
Calm down.
we're gonna go ahead and
Now,
we're gonna go ahead and take a moment here, and we're gonna have, just because Raffle has actually not been told how you guys look, we're gonna have everybody shortly describe how they're looking, what they're wearing, and etc. Also for our new audience members as well. So go ahead, tell Lavari, since you were the one who was touching Raffle, you can go ahead and explain what you look like to him.
Explain myself right now.
meow meow meow.
Yes, please.
Okay, so, kind of pawing at you, no pun intended. She's a very tall word. She has horns
Tiefling.
coming up. Tiefling, thank you. She has horns coming up. She's all vaguely like in shades of purple. So like her skin is kind of mauve colored. Her hair is violet. Her horns are like they're bone white, but like with almost antiquing on them. That's like purplish shadowed. She's got bright gold eyes that don't have any kind of like pupil or anything. It's just like solid gold colored eyes, which is a normal thing for tieflings. Like they're not super special. And she's like 6'3". So she's like lean, but she's like tall and carrying or probably has clutched in like one hand like a glass staff. I think it was a glass staff that's like frosted purple from her magic. She's wearing stuff that's like slightly less new than it was when she first started, but like still pretty new. Like she just finally rubbed the shine off of her armor. It's like artfully ripped in places, and it's like buckled just so. Like it's clearly more for show than like actual armoring. Like it's just kind of flimsy leather when you look too close. Like it's like cosplay. So I think that's pretty much it. She's got like her tail behind her, and right now it's just like in like an alarmed, like almost question mark shape as she's like looking at this cat boy and cat man professor dude trying to figure out what's going on.
I'm about 3.5 feet tall. I'm a small tabaxi.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So standing just a
so
few inches taller than you is a we're going to call him a halfling for now. He's got kind of a dirty blonde, kind of that shade where you're not sure if it's blonde or brown. Hair, gray mischievous eyes, big thick sideburns, and he's just got a basic white jerkin and sort of brown slacks on, and he's got a big warhammer in his hand. He kind of sizes you up and realizes that you're not directly a threat right now, so he's kind of eyeing the entrance. It's like, Linus Longshadow, it's a pleasure to meet you.
I just extend a paw. I don't know what brought me here, but y'all seem nice. I remember being in a different realm, and my party, and I blame Calistria, but she's done something to me to punish me for something.
And I'm Lovari.
It's nice to meet you, Lavari, and Linus, and who is your other? Who? You look
And
really
then-
interesting, too.
And then you see Keldalin. He's 5'9". He's an Earth Genasi. He's got greenish, like the olives you put in a martini colored skin. Bright yellow eyes. His hair is shock white now. It used to be a dark brown. His gear is all of blues and whites now. He's got gnarled wooden staff in his hand, and his eyes are just very large, almost panic stricken, as he hasn't fully registered that there's a new person here right now, because he is entirely focused on the fact that Wild Locust is missing right now. So he looks to Lavari, looks to Linus, sees short cat thing in his mind, brushes it off, and he just walks out towards the front of the cave. Yeah, we have to find her. We have to find her. And he kind of like brushes past you because he does. I don't know how big the cave is. and he walks out the front of the cave. He's looking all around. He just looks very flustered, very fluttered and panicked almost, as his head starting all around, and he's just looking for Wild Locust.
Rafa
Um,
just starts to touch him, test everything, touch here, touch there, touch here, touch there, touch crotch. Ah, touch there, touch there, touch my bag. What's in here? Where are we and what are we doing? What do we do next? What day? What?
Last we checked, we were in a cavern roughly a few days northeast of Phandalin.
Phandalin.
Keldalin, where the shite are we now?
You think I have a bloody clue right now?
You're the one standing outside the bloody cave, son.
Why? What does Keldon see outside the cave?
Oh, I know where you're going. Dadgummit. Okay. Well, actually, it's not more of what he sees outside the cave, but what he does here. Off in the distance, he can hear slight yellings of what could only be. How do I word this? Yelling of what could only be a battle between a group of people. It's a little further away, so it's kind of hard to tell who is fighting, what is going on. You just hear a lot of yelling, screaming. You hear swords clashing, different things as a battle is taking place not too far from where you are.
Keldon hears this and he looks back towards the group. I don't know where we are, but I don't think we got teleported anywhere great, guys. But I'm gonna go check that out. And you see Keldon, he does that jump, goes to go on all fours like he's transforming into shadow, but he doesn't transform. And he's just in that awkward posture where he's a full-grown Earth Genasi on all fours, and his face just falls, and a tear falls down his face as he realizes that he can't do that anymore. He's lost that, and he kind of scrambles back up to his feet, looks out. I'm assuming, is it a clear area or a forest area?
I would assume it's a small clearing that leads into a forest, and on the other side of the forest is where this battle is taking place. But that you can see a path that leads to the cave and then away from it again.
And then Keldon is just going to start running towards the path because he thinks maybe possibly Wild Locust got separated in this battle right now. Because that's his foremost thought right now, is trying to find Wild Locust.
Okay. Seeing
Which you don't
Keldalin,
see any inkling of.
seeing Keldalin run, Linus is like, "Oh, shite, he's going!" Dives into his pack, pulls out a suit of studded leather armor. Is like, "This isn't mine, but it fits." Whatever. Quickly, throws it on.
Whatever needs must.
Yeah, needs must, pretty much. I don't care, it fits. So he puts that on and starts to take off after Keldalin. You guys aren't familiar with how he generally bigicizes, but what it kind of looks like is every step he takes, he gets bigger, and he starts to do that, and he's used to taking that extra large step to make up for the him enlarging, and that doesn't happen, and he just bails because he stutter steps and trips on a rock and just
rolls.
Oh fuck.
I
Are
feel
you
that
okay?
I think so. Give me a second. Oh, that was embarrassing. I apologize for that. Something seems to be wrong. This doesn't happen often.
It happens to
And
the
Sir,
best of people.
60% of the time, it happens 100% of the time.
Right?
he takes off after Kelbalin.
Lavari's like kind of glancing at the new guy, and
Meow?
is just like, and she sort of runs after them. Wait, don't get too far.
I haven't moved that much. I'm just standing in the same place trying to cast spells, and I'm like, why won't this work? I feel so cold. What's the temperature here, by the way?
GM,
That is a good question.
that is a good question. I like that.
My character used to
Definitely
be
different.
half elemental fire, and now it is not at all, and is feeling probably a little cold.
Well, you're near the town you guys will be heading to is an ocean town.
So it's temperate.
That's probably Fahrenheit, in the mid 60s.
Oh, comfortable.
Yeah, pretty much.
Can I do a what's the check to listen closely on the battle? Can I do that? One of
Insight?
those? Yeah.
Go ahead.
Let's see.
Roll that beautiful dice footage.
Oh, I thought I. How do you use the app? I've only used it the one time last time.
There's
You just push the word insight.
Where?
Okay, on the character sheet, you should see a list of traits.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
Insight is one of them.
oh, there we go.
It's a little too far for your kitty ears to hear. But you definitely hear a lot of fighting and some shouting, but it's starting to grow dimmer and dimmer as the fighting comes to an end.
I don't know about y'all, but I feel like we should wait until it gets quiet and then find out what happened. What do you think?
So who's in the front? Who's in the lead right now? Would that be
Caldolin's in the lead right now.
Caldolan?
And then I think Linus and then Lilvari has already taken off. Like, Professor is talking to himself at the moment.
Oh, sorry.
So Keldolin, roll me a perception check. Okay, yes. Rather than running into our missing friend, you actually run into a young lad. You knock him over. So basically, as you're traveling down the road, you hear quivering scream from around you hear a quivering scream coming for you. Please help! And then you both run into each other.
Keldon kind of like he's bigger than the kid, but he like still kind of like stumbles back a few steps because he wasn't expecting it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he sees the kid. Oh shit! This is what I get for not paying attention. I'm gonna use gonna warn over the kid. Are you okay, little one?
I need help. Just chasing. Fight. Help.
Sure, I'll do what I can. And Keldon's gonna push the kid behind him, turn, and face the direction of where the kid was coming from. And he is going to do a thing. He is going. Can he hear sounds of people approaching or no?
Nobody is actually following him, but he does not know that, and it takes a moment for you to realize that before you can and at that point you can do what comes natural.
All right. Yeah. Don't think anyone is behind you right now.
So the gentleman that you've run into just oh oh my god, thank goodness. But I still need your help. Please. My name is Reese. I work at a nearby farm. I was hired by a group of soldiers to travel with them to care for their horses. I don't know much about them. They talk about troops coming into the region. I don't know. I'm just a simple farm boy. But moments ago, they attacked. We were attacked by these black cloak figures. Oh, it was terrible. I didn't get a good look at them though. I hid and then escaped as soon as I could to try and find help.
We can certainly try to do what we can to help. I've got some friends behind me, I hope. We can try to do what we can to help.
Lavari, well, no, is it Linus first, and then Lavari should eventually come upon Keldalin talking to the farmer boy.
I'd be following out of curiosity, but cautiously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Galdalin, we've been here for, 5 minutes? You're already making friends.
Apparently he needs help back at his farm. Apparently there's some sort of attack going on.
Well, that's one thing I know how to help with. Looks back to Lilvari and Rothel. No sign of the shrub, but we have something to do.
No shrubs around here.
Little half
But you know what? Maybe you guys can help me go help these soldiers out.
Yeah, sure. Lead the way.
Okay.
Let's go.
So Reese is going to lead the characters. Okay, let's try this again. Without the piece of corn in my cheek. Reese is going to lead you all down the road. He's going to seem still quite shook, but he's not as frantic as he was when he first ran into Keldalin. Slowly, Reese begins to slow down and eventually just stops. We're close to where they were attacked. I don't want to go any further. Can you guys just take a look and see the soldiers? They should just be right ahead.
No, looks like the rest of the way is just up to us. And Callan would kind of drop down into a crouch. He tries to wave his hand to cast a spell, but absolutely nothing happens. And he curses himself again because he can't do that anymore. And he just kind of crouches and does like a shuffle crawl as he makes his way further on in the direction that I'm assuming Reese pointed them in the direction.
Yes. Are the rest of you following?
Yeah, Linus is... he's not being as sneaky as Keldalin. He's the tank. That's not his job. But he's... what he's doing is he's making himself more of a target. Like, he's walking on the other side of the road from Keldalin, so he doesn't look like he's part of the group.
Okay.
I'd try to stealth, keep myself 30 feet away, not be noticed.
Go ahead
Just
and
in
roll me a
case.
stealth check.
Keldalin is
Keldalin
very
failed.
stealthy.
My rolling sucks.
Your rolling is fine for now.
Lil Fari is not really trying to be super
Well, I
stealthy.
didn't expect Keldalin to roll the stealth either, but that's okay. But no, just because you guys said you were stealthy, that's why I had you roll it.
Yeah.
A
It was
red
kind of
flag-
implied.
okay.
I didn't explicitly say.
Yeah, as you come around the corner, you will see a wrecked wagon that lies toppled. Surrounded, rather. Words, I know words. Surrounded by armored corpses. Strange figures pick through the remains. From beneath the figures' dark cloaks, just scaly wings and sharp reptilian figure. Oh, from beneath the figures' dark cloaks, you can see scaly wings and sharp reptilian features. Okay, I do know. I do know.
Not relatives.
Keldolin's going to immediately react to this scene. He's gonna tap his staff on the ground, and these little tendrils of wood shoot out along the ground as he's gonna cast Entangle along the area that the enemies are at.
Is that a spell that he does know right now?
Yep. It's a level 1 spell.
Let me. Hi, kitty. Apparently, my kitty's decided to join me on my adventure.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Meow.
Hellhound strikes again. Thank you,
Mhm.
Hellhounds.
Smack.
Do apologize. So, since Keldolin has seen it fit to attack, you can see there is one raider is a little bit bigger than the others, a Capac Draconian, and there's 4 Baz Draconians.
Okay. Could you
They-
describe them to us? Because none of us have seen a Draconian. None of our characters have.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Give me
Okay,
a
thank you.
second. Okay, let me see. Let me move this out of the way. Let me see here. I know I should have. I thought I had. Come on. Why? Oh. This there, that's the Baz Draconian.
Okay. He needs to brush his
And
teeth.
yes, he does.
Mm.
This here is the Capit Draconian. Capac. K-A-P-A-K. Capic Draconian. There's one of him and 4 of the others. Your
Okay.
entanglement misses the Capic Draconian. And 2 of the Baz, and he orders 2 of the Baz Draconians, 2 who have been ensnared, to attack. The other 2 run away along with the Capic Draconian. So I am going to need. We're going to get into our first fight here because you guys decided to fight.
Were they speaking at all in Draconian?
At this point, no, they're speaking common.
Okay.
But there are going to be 2 Baz Draconians. Fine. Why do I not have?
Oh, Bison. No.
I'm gonna add these guys in manually.
It's because they don't have tokens on the.
Yeah, I know.
the
I
board.
can't figure out their tokens either. So, whoops.
Oh. You drag and drop by clicking on the name of their on their character sheet.
It's just dragging them along the area here.
Uh,
Add roll macro to quick bar. No. Let me try. No, that actually just moves that. Let me try. Whoa, no, not that. Maybe try that. No, that didn't work either. Don't. Let me see what I can find. But I'll add it in a moment anyway.
So
50 years.
they've spotted us already, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are we already within initiative distance though, or are we still closing
Yeah.
in from a ways away?
No, the clearing is not that big. You're within initiative distance. Here we go. Let me try this.
nope.
That did nothing.
Just brought up the picture again.
Yeah.
They should be in your compendium under monsters.
I'm looking. Hold on. Oh, here we are. Try that. There's one.
That's me.
Oh, yeah, that is you. Put you back. Come on, you. Out. For a minute there, I was looking at these NPCs and I thought I saw Captain Hook.
Hmm. I can just imagine my character casually playing with his own ears, like, where did this come from?
Why am I so fluffy?
Don't think I've ever seen these in my world.
I mean, can you imagine waking up with like soft fluff all over your body? That sounds amazing.
Except for having to think about how much money I'm gonna spend on shampoo now.
Well, the alternative is self grooming.
Now, I watch Girl with the Dogs, so I can see. I know how dirty cats get. They really. A cat cleans themselves. They don't really clean themselves. It's kind of like the difference between cleaning and tidying.
Yeah, this thing is just not.
I don't think I want to know more because I like cuddling my cats.
Is your cat an outdoor cat?
No,
Then you're fine.
absolutely not.
These are like rag dolls that are outdoor, and if
Oh.
you've seen ragdoll cats, they're huge and they're all fur.
They're all fur. How are they outside? And like not one giant like tangle of burrs.
It's a very good question.
I don't know. That is some of this stuff.
I think we might be able to theater of the mind it because, like, we haven't really
Yeah.
swung or anything. Like,
Mhm.
I know that I'm personally not going to be just swinging on the word of some random kid that Keldlin collected.
There's 1
Keldlin also attacked first.
and 2. So we'll just put those 2 out there. How's that?
Okay.
But
He's also
I'm still
very,
gonna have
very
to
upset.
enter in their stuff manually.
Okay. Well, Linus comes upon these 3, and his first reaction is sort of a, "Whoa, hold on! What the shit's going on here? Is everybody okay? Who are these lads?"
Mm-hmm.
Look, pointing at the bodies. I don't know where my initiative went, so I'm just going to roll it again
Okay.
for the sake of
It didn't
Just
go
to-
to the turn order, but it's there.
yeah, it disappeared. So I'll take that 20.
They were looting all these soldiers' bodies.
Are they soldiers that we recognize?
All right, hold on. I'll give you a chance to do a check later. Right now, you guys are in the middle of the battle, though. I still need. Let's see. Bison, you got one. Keldalin.
Lilvari and Raffle.
I got a 12, and Raffle got a 19.
Okay.
I wonder if you accidentally cleared your chat, Eisen.
When I updated Linus's picture, it like deleted it.
Oh, could be.
I'll take the 20 though. Fuck. Better than the
Can
4.
you guys put your? Do you even have a character token
I have a character token that I.
for Larry?
I don't have one yet. I'm actually just making one as we're talking.
Oh.
I didn't
Mm.
make one. I just dragged the generic token onto the board.
I think I might do that also. Journal.
The joys of being a new DM on a
New
know,
platform.
new platform, all
Mhm.
the fun stuff. Please bear with us. This is normal.
This is the normal chaos I live with day in and day out. Oh, hey, there we go. That's you, though, Lavari, right?
The purple. This is me.
Yeah, that one you're moving, yes.
Yeah, the one that's jumping around. Jumping around.
Do, do,
Let me see if I can just. Oh, I know what I can do.
do.
Jump.
Three
Might as well.
assets. I don't think I have a cat one, though.
Whichever one you use be fine. I used to just use bottle caps if I didn't know who needed what.
We would use
Solid
D8s because D12s because nobody ever used D12s to anything in D&D.
There's a dead soldier for you.
Congratulations, you're a corpse.
already. Wait, I don't have resurrection anymore. Fuck.
What is your class again, Larry?
Rogue.
Oh, yeah, huh. I should know better.
I thought you were a wizard.
No. Well, not yet.
I put on my robe and wizard hat.
I cast stab.
That's why I was like, he was trying to cast spells, but they're not working. What the frick?
Yeah, Linus
let's do
tried
this
to
for
get
you.
big and he stumbled.
I'm sorry, I just saw chat.
What did chat say?
A hairball.
Raffles first hairball.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not looking forward
Um,
to it.
What did Larry roll? He rolled a 19, right?
Yes,
And Lilvari.
12. I'm so purple. I'm so purple.
That doesn't look purple to me, but
I can't help it if you're colorblind.
Purplish.
purple-ish. It looks more like a blue to me, but that's
Well,
just me.
It depends on which box of crayons you came with.
Okay, so Linus?
Linus.
I also have mine on dark mode too. Like I have my roll 20 on dark
Okay,
mode.
so I'm gonna put you guys basically have come across them like this.
Hmm.
Pretend there's a couple more of those around, and these are the guys who were rummaging through what was there. They don't look at 100%. They're there though, but they don't look 100%. So, with that being said, after that surprise attack, Keldalin, you are up. Keldalin, whomever this is up first.
Okay.
Linus. There
So
we go.
Linus is going to just kind of if this, like if there's a square around, like just sort of where the carriage is, he's gonna like take point at the corner, kind of being in the way, and he's just going to look at these guys and just get their attention. It's like, oi, you lot, what's going on over here then? You know, Warhammer.
They're all holding their weapons and such.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're getting ready to attack because their boss just ordered them to attack.
Mm. Well, then I am going to hold action to attack the first one that gets within my space.
Okay.
So, and I'm gonna, stay where I am, kind of be in the way. No, I'm not Keldalin. What the hell?
I'm working on it.
Yeah. No worries.
Patience.
No worries. It's all good. So yeah, he's gonna shield forward, hammer up, ready to bonk the first bastard that gets close.
Oh my gosh, dog. My dog's driving me crazy. Sorry. All right, so is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
That would be you, Larry.
So does it seem like they noticed me, or just noticed the rest of the group?
They noticed everybody there.
All right. I had this strange feeling, and my claws come out in my hands. I'm like, oh, I can work with this. How far away do I seem to be?
I would say you're about 20 feet away.
Is it possible for me to lunge an attack? Because I see probably, I don't know why, but I've got this sudden battle lust.
You can walk forward and attack if you wish.
I'd like to.
Go ahead.
Let's see. Which one do I click? The weapon in particular, I'm guessing? In the
Yeah,
sheet?
you click on the weapon itself on the sheet.
Not bad.
18.
All right.
And then
That actually does hit. Go ahead and you're gonna click on Cat's Claws in Roll20, and it'll give me the damage. 3 slashing damage.
Nice.
Is that my full turn, or could I step back after because of feline agility?
Well, Yes, you can.
I'd like to step back. That's maximum distance of 30 feet.
And so then I'm gonna subtract 3. That one has that. I'm just working on keeping track of their health. Okay. And that'll be the end of your turn. Then Keldolin.
Keldolin still has memories the last time he got in melee range of things, so he's going to avoid that. He's going to lift his staff in front of himself, and it's going to glow with a icy light as I am casting this thing at the one that Raffle hit.
Which would be this one, actually.
Okay, I wasn't sure which one. Sorry.
You're fine. Let's see here. DC 14 con save.
Yep.
He fails.
He takes 2 damage, and he has disadvantage on his next attack roll he makes before the end of its next turn. Cause he all cold.
Yeah, he shivers now.
Got a little snot
Speaking of
bubble
which, it's his
coming
turn.
down. Snot bubble coming out of one nostril.
Ew.
He needs Buckley's.
Also, ew. It's like chewing on pine bark.
Ooh.
I used to down that stuff before a chorale recital because it got rid of the frog in my throat and helped me sing tenor better at like 7 in the morning.
Pre-church Buckleys.
Yeah, pre-church Buckley's, yeah. I didn't have a problem.
What are we doing?
Uh,
Are we playing a game? We're playing a game.
we're playing a game, yeah?
Oh,
So,
Oh,
with that
sorry.
being said, Raffle, does a 14 hit you?
Checking.
Would I be able to get my attack in, or did that guy move past me?
It meets.
Meets it, beats it. So you take 6 piercing damage.
Oh. Ow.
that's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
And 2 more after that.
No.
As he swipes at you again.
Ah. Okay.
If you're, let's say if you're right here, I'll give you, go ahead and let you have that attack.
Yeah, because I feel like it's going to be wasted if I don't.
Go ahead and do your attack.
Okay, so he takes a swipe at that one for attacking Raffle. It's a 16 hit.
It does.
Okay. And that's for 8.
So he's dropped down to 0. Give me a second here.
Oh no, is this the
You
one
have
that blows up?
effectively knocked him out, but I need Lilvari, Raffle, and Linus. Okay. Yes, I'm still working on that. To make me a DC Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Save.
A Constitution saving throw. There we go.
19.
Okay. Lilvari.
Nine.
Lilvari.
I'm not sure. Oh, never mind. I see.
You are now restrained as you are being turned to stone.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Speaking of which, now it is your turn. This is the only one left. He's kind of picking through this body, and I'm also going to use it as where the cart is because I couldn't find a picture of a cart. I did find a dead soldier. Mhm.
So Lavari is slowly turning to stone.
Yeah.
What were you gonna do with that?
Can I still cast?
Mm-hmm.
I would like. So Lilvari has. How is the stone happening? Like, is it like sort of from the
Okay.
feet up?
I'm saying from the feet up, and that if you don't succeed on this one, you will be fully turned to stone by your next turn.
Yeah.
Not a pretty picture, I know.
Not
But you also
ideal
get to
for
try and
stone.
make that throw again here in just a minute at the end of your turn.
Yeah, I will. However, Lilvari, as the stone is like crawling up her legs, she glances down and then shoots Keldalin the most annoyed look ever. Like, dude, you did this. And she's going to call to him. I thought we talked about not swinging first. And as she's doing that, she's going to like clap her hands together. There's like a spread of the purple sparks that you guys all know from her magic, except for Raffle, who's seeing it for the first time. So her fingers almost like spark as she claps them together. But instead of like a clapping sound, out from her hands comes the sound of this massive, like as if she had rung the bell in Notre Dame, like this massive bell sound. And then she points at the remaining dude man guy.
Daz Dragon.
And casts Toll the Dead. So he needs a saving throw, wisdom saving throw. DC 15.
He fails.
Alright, so speaking of D12s, I get to roll one for damage. I'm just gonna roll on here, I keep forgetting. Alright, so he's gonna take 3 necromancy damage. Necrotic damage.
Mm-hmm.
Which is just disappointing as far as the roll goes, but fine.
Is there anything else you wish to do on your turn?
I would move if I could, but I can't, so I won't. That's it.
It's now his turn, so he's going to run up on you and try and swipe at you now.
Bring it.
With a very big miss. Does a 16 hit?
Yes.
2 piercing damage.
Did he hit or miss, though? You said he missed?
The first one he
He has
missed,
2
the
attacks.
second one he hit. He gets 2 attacks.
I missed that. Okay, cool.
The funny thing is it almost... The first one he rolled was a 6 with a 15. And then he rolled a 16 with a 5, so... Anyway, that's the end of his turn. Linus, you're back up again.
Okay. Linus is going to charge through the petrified form of the dead Boz and attack the second one. And when he bursts through, he's just angry.
Lilvari,
So
go ahead and
he's-
give... I forgot about that saving throw. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
18.
You make it this time. Somehow or another, you just like, oh, this is not happening, and you break the rock off of you.
Okay.
Okay,
yeah,
back to
Linus-
your turn.
Yeah, Linus charges through and he's got both hands on the Warhammer this time. I'm gonna give him a good old bonk as he screams in halfling.
Both hands.
With a dirty
That
23
does hit.
for 9.
Ooh, just what was needed, but the thing is, again, I need all of you now this time to make that Constitution saving throw.
I want immunity since I just shook it off.
Ow! Dadgummit dog.
Never mind.
Linus fails this time.
21.
Let's see here. My dog is driving me bonkers. I should have just left her locked up, but then she would be driving me more bonkers. Knock it up, young lady. I don't know what a problem is. Novari, you save. Bison, you don't. Keldolin, let me double check on the DC. You do. And Raffle, you don't.
Nope.
But excuse me. That will end this round. That will end combat. And if you want, you two can go ahead and excuse me, give me one more saving throw.
We ended combat, right?
We're out of combat, yeah. So you guys can break them out if you want, even.
If they have to make the saving throw, I'm gonna bless them. But if they can just break out, then I won't bother.
I'll just let you guys break them out. Hold your spell slot.
So after that, Linus like looks around,
Back to being the
sees that
kitty he used to be.
the other three have disappeared. Sees that some of us are hurt. It's like, that ain't like no dragonborn I've ever punched in the face. You ever had a dragonborn do that to you? Looking
Fucking
rough.
meow. No. In fact, I'm starting to turn. How bad is the stone, or has it been like start to turn and now it's kind of faded?
It's kind of like almost like we're being encased, as opposed to our actual bodies turning to stone. So it's kind of like a shell of rock.
But we broke it off of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now that combat's over. Oh,
Yeah. No, I've never met
time to ban a
Draconics
bitch.
quite like that. What? What were they looking for? More importantly, who is that poor soul in the carriage?
Well, there's three of them there.
Souls.
Also, how
I just put the one for all three.
how hurt is Raffle?
I have 1 HP left.
Whoa.
So Lilvari's gonna go ahead and she stomps her foot and like shakes herself and like flicks her tail, like super annoyed. To shake off the stone, and then is just like, I'm really sorry about this, but you're in pretty rough shape. Do you mind if I touch you?
Thank you for asking. Yes, please. It hurts.
Okay, so she's gonna reach. Actually, she doesn't need to touch, but I've already asked, so I'm gonna touch for flavor. So she lays a hand on his shoulder and leans down and murmurs a word in his ear in is it infernal? Is the tiefling tongue?
Yeah.
Okay. For some reason I always want to say draconic, and I know that's not right. So she's gonna lean down and murmur in his ear,
Ruby.
like be healed or some crap like that. And so one of the things that Raffle is about to find out is that Lilvari, her healing is done through some pretty intense empathy. And she sometimes gets snatches of memory or thought or dream or whatever from the person that she heals. So if you have something in mind that she would like to share from Raffle's backstory, like feel free to describe it as she's touching and healing and murmuring in his ear. It's healing words, so I'm about to roll it too.
So would it be like a surface memory or something further back?
It's whatever you want. It's a chance for people to show off their backstory that they've usually crafted pretty well, like without having to drag it out over beers with the party. So if you have something that's cool about your backstory that you want to like offer a glimpse of, like feel free. It could be surface.
The last memory that he had was on a different plane of existence. this fairy-like creature and a few others around him, some he's known for many years and others he hasn't, and them just being here. So I guess you just get a glimpse of the last thing you remember, the conversation of them being like, "We need you, but we don't know what to do with you." And then this. I guess that's the most recent thing he's thinking of.
Take 8 points of healing. And Lilvari's gonna sort of pull her hands away and, hey, Linus, do you have wine? Can I have a drink, please?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
And he checks to make sure that, okay, is this one the wine?
Or
this one.
stronger. Stronger is
Yeah.
good too.
Oh, just a
Thank
sec.
you, by the way.
Reaches down into the boot, pulls out a silver flask.
I'm just gonna. Thanks. Hand it
Well-
back.
Lovari, right? Thank you. That I feel much better now.
Oh, good. Good. I'm glad. You're welcome. Okay.
So that was new. Who the shite are these fellas?
Do we recognize their armor?
Okay, so speaking of that, what I would like for you guys to do is go ahead and anybody who's taking a look over these soldiers, I need you all to make a history check for me. Anyone who's looking these soldiers over.
If given a chance, I like to be curious and check out the bodies. So yeah, but I have no idea the history here.
Well, in all honesty, I'm going to explain that in just a few moments. Though, yeah, you definitely don't have any idea of the history anyway.
17.
Okay, let's.
All right.
Oh,
Ooh,
nat
bison.
20.
Well,
It's a
that
dirty
would
19.
kind of that dirty.
I love how your nat 20 is a 19.
I like how all the number is also a 0.
Oh.
Yeah, I noticed that. And that's a crit fail and a crit hit. Okay. So I mean, the 19 actually would explain why Linus would know a little bit more about these guys because of his change when he came into the world.
Yeah, he's just to explain, since we're on Kryn, there are no halflings on Kryn, so Linus is a Kender. Which is why he's taller and thinner. So what does Linus know? Or what does Linus?
Linus, Lavari, and Keldalin are going to have to tell Raffle that what is in front of. Well, let's try this again. Keldalin and Lavari know that these guys are what is called. They call themselves as the Knights of Slomania.
Slomnia.
Sorry. Thank you. I can pronounce words. I just don't know how to do it. Okay. They are the Knights of Slomnia. They Linus, you probably would know more. It doesn't give me that much information right now. But if you guys do want to go ahead and examine the bodies.
So I think Lil Vari is like, I mean, probably Keldalin too, given his role. Like, and Linus, heck. Like, I think she's sort of like turning them over. Maybe one of them is going to the captain and like looking for any kind of letters or like a diary or something that she can glance through, or that Linus can glance through, like just that kind of stuff.
So what you do find then is you find a correspondence that states the Knights were investigating reports of nearby farmsteads being raided by strange creatures that matched the Draconians' descriptions. And as far as treasure, each soldier is wearing plate armor with filigree and horned helmets distinct to the Knights of Slomnia. I still like my idea. I still like my pronunciation better. But each suit bears vicious claw marks that make it unusable. Among the wreckage are also 3 long swords, 8 days worth of food and water for one person. I guess like 8 days worth of water per person for one for each one of you
Yeah.
guys. Yeah. And 40 gold pieces each.
Okay. Linus is going to collect the swords, and as he does it, it's kind of a respectful thing. Because what he does remember is that knights are buried with their swords, and swords are one of the first things thieves steal.
Oh yeah, Keldalin would like he'd look over the carriage, like he's still trying to find Wild Locust and to see no signs of her anywhere.
Now,
And he's just gonna look over to the bodies, look over at Linus grabbing the swords, and he just kind of probably walks over to a nearby tree that's a little bit off the path, and he just starts digging.
So, about the time that Keldalin is wandering off, Reese comes back in, looks around at the group. You're quite a strange group. What? Those guys were even more stranger. What were they?
Well, lad, your guess is as good as mine. I would have called them Dragonborn, but they don't act like any Dragonborn I've ever met. Normally they don't turn to stone first when you stick them.
That's unusual.
So you haven't seen these things either.
No, it's the first time I've seen them, honestly.
What about? Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just gonna call them the Bastard Born for now.
Call them what you will. You guys defeated them. That was amazing. You guys must be very strong.
Doesn't feel like it, lad.
Yeah, if you say so.
What about these lot? And he points to the knights.
They're the ones that hired me.
Were you their guide?
I was tending the horses that I gotta go find now, I guess. He does like a horse whistle and like maybe one comes around. I guess that's the only one that survived. Anyway, I guess I'll go ahead and head to Vogler.
Here. Caldoon would grab from the gold that they found and he'd hand the kid 5 gold for the lost horses and, well, trauma, I suppose, I guess the word is for it. Hopefully that'll at least offset the loss of the horses a little bit for you.
Oh,
This
get me to town.
this town you mentioned, is it nearby?
Not too far away.
Well, and I guess
The
you've got
soldiers
some
were heading there too.
Well, then it looks like you've got some company because we're lost as shite.
Sounds like it. Never seen someone like you, he points to Linus, I've seen before, but the rest of you guys look weird. Very weird. But you helped me, so weird, I guess, will be okay.
Weird.
For those of you that didn't hear, my name is Reese. I'm just a stable boy. I was charged with bringing these horses along with the soldiers, but I guess I'll just bring this one horse in on my own and I'll go from there. I can go ahead and lead you to Vogler. That is not a problem.
Yeah, and then I imagine it probably takes them like about an hour to dig the graves for the 3 soldiers.
Yeah, probably.
And we bury them with their swords, and I think Calvin would look at it and it's, would it be appropriate to put their helms as headstones here?
I don't see why not. I mean, we can send word to their families, I suppose. suppose once we get to Vogler.
Yeah, I just don't want us to be carrying around 3 dead bodies in the town. I don't think that'd go over very well.
Nah, I mean, there's already a big funeral getting ready to happen anyway.
A big funeral?
I think Lilvari probably helped out as much as she could, like with Mage Hand. Like she's not very strong, but like 10 pounds of dirt at a time with Mage Hand.
It's not bad.
Linus is carrying a full-grown human on his shoulder, pretty much.
Should we say anything? Or do we just want to get going?
Linus is at a loss for words. He's seen, the outcomes of bandit attacks, but never one that this fierce.
Rest in peace. May the gods watch over your families.
Calvin will kind of just think for a moment. The life of a warrior may never be long, but in protection of the innocent, it is always worthwhile.
Raffle just is in a pensive expression, nodding and not sure what to say.
And Calvin would go down and adorn each of the graves with the helms and be like, "Oh, I think it's best if we get going while it's still light out after all."
Right then. Set looks to Reese. Lead the way, boy. We'll be right here.
He nods, calms the steed down because the steed is still a little bit upset, and hops on and slowly leads the way. So, with that, guys, I want to ask you, do you want to stop here or do you want to enter the village and then stop?
We can stop here. I'm good with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can pick it up next time where we're entering the location of the city of Vogler. All right. So we've fought a few weird looking dragon things, met up with a gentleman by the name of Reese, who has one horse left for some reason. I don't know why, just because I gave it to him.
Going
Rolled
to
a couple of
one-horse
odd
town.
rolls. Chat, you guys are on fire tonight. So, okay. With that, we're going to go ahead and end the session for tonight. I'm going to go ahead and give out our usual thank yous. First of all, thank you, Keldalin, for showing up. Always a pleasure. Definitely going to be interesting the way this character turns out as the things continue. Thank you, Lavari, as always. Again, Lavari is definitely an interesting character, Gloriosa, so I'm sure we'll have a lot more to deal with in the future. And the same with Bison. Thank you so much for coming and bringing Linus back and adapting to our new world. This will be an interesting feat to do, especially since you got that crit on history, so you're going to have a lot of knowledge of history for a little while.
Yeah, the stuff that I have to relearn because the last time I read these books, I was 13. That was a long
I have
time
to
ago.
learn them, period. I need to actually start doing my homework.
Yeah.
And I want to thank our newest player, Larry. Thank you so much for bringing Raffle. This is going to be a lot of fun. I can feel it deep down in my bones.
This is it's a really fun introduction. It's just I'm not sure how my character react. He knows absolutely nothing. So it's kind of like don't trust anyone, but try to be nice.
You're doing good so
Welcome.
far. You are doing wonderful so far. You are reacting well, and you will eventually get in there where you start to interact more and stuff like that as the time progresses. I am pretty sure. So, with thanking my players, I also want to go ahead and thank my audience.
They're rough.
Oh my goodness.
Oh
You guys have
God.
been on fire all night, especially especially our new guys. You guys, thank you so much for coming on over and watching one of our lovely people here, Larry,
Yeah.
join our group for the first time. Yay. This just to let you guys know, this does happen every week at the same time, so come on back, please, if you can.
Maybe possibly.
Finally, I want to go ahead and say thank you to anybody who's watching in the future, whether on video on demand or through YouTube. I thank you so much. If you're watching from YouTube, yes, lurkers are great also. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and like the video, because I'm sure you pretty much did. Hitting that subscribe button and the bell will let you know when we upload new episodes, because we don't have a set time when we upload new episodes. It's pick here
Random.
and there, random.
It's random.
To the whims of the GM's impetus. He's been good so far. He's been on some momentum, but
He's been doing great.
one bowl too many, and
Yep. All right,
There's
so
bowls of Cheerios, man.
Cheerios. Yeah, that's what we're gonna call it.
sure. Okay, so thank you very much, everybody.
Be nice
Have
to
a
each
wonderful
other.
week, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Meow. Goodbye.
We